Hello, gorgeous. So today is something new. I'm doing my February favorites. Right now it is 10:30 on February 28th, end of the month. So I'm getting this out to you in the very last minute. But I want to talk about a couple of my favorite products from this month that I haven't already talked about that I can recall. I might have, I don't know. But let's go ahead and just jump right on in. First and foremost, I want to talk about my favorite hairspray. I might have talked about this before, I can't remember, but it's Aussie Instant Freeze. I've been using this for years, and I feel like I haven't shared it with you guys yet, and I need to share it because I love it that much. So, if you haven't tried it and you like a real stiff hold on your hair, this is a great hairspray, sorry. Next, I want to talk about, I am a huge moisturizing fanatic. The minute I step out of the shower, I have a routine. First goes my eye cream, second goes my face cream, third goes my body. And so, because I read somewhere that in order to keep your skin the softest, most moisturized, you want to moisturize within 3 minutes of getting out of your shower because your skin's hot and you're just drying off. So when I look for a body lotion, I like something thick that immediately makes my skin feel soft. So this month I started using warm vanilla sugar scented triple moisture body cream. It's from Bath & Body Works, and I also bought their body exfoliator, and I really like that as well. The reason I love this is not only because of how soft it is, but the smell. I don't know what it reminds me of, but it is good. Fresh baked cupcakes, vanilla frosting, everything that perhaps heaven might smell like. This is kind of what it smells like. It kind of reminds me of my favorite perfume, Pink Sugar. If you guys saw my perfume collection video, I talked about it there. It's got a similar scent, so if you like that, then you're gonna love this. So good, guys. Another thing I want to talk about, in my spa video, I briefly panned over the products I was using, and one of them was a face mask, and it was the Radical Skincare Instant Revitalizing Mask, and I used it in that video, and I've used it so many times. It wasn't just that one time, but I didn't really review it, and I love this face mask. It just leaves my skin feeling so good, but it's the weirdest thing. Like, as soon as you put it on, after it's been sitting there for maybe 60 seconds on your face, it starts bubbling, and it feels like the way that plastic bubble wrap, when you crack it feels like that all over your skin, and it's like the weirdest sensation. But when you take it off after it's done its job, your skin really does look and feel so good. So I love this product, and I would really recommend it. I know you can get it at Sephora. Yeah, next I love this one, guys. I've talked about the NYX Butter Glosses before, but I just got this one recently, and it's an Eclair. I actually have it on right now. I'm wearing MAC lipstick right now in Pillow Talk, which is this. It's a pretty brownish with a very slight tinge of red undertone. And then I just topped it with NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair. The Butter Glosses all smell like frosting, like vanilla frosting. They're fantastic. They make you want to lick your lips all the time. But it just gives this really pretty pink sheen. So I really, really love this. I also want to talk about Joico hair products. Joico sent me a huge, a big bag of all their products to try. Thank you, guys. I've been a Joico fan for a really, really long time because I remember even as a little girl, my mom was using Joico K-Pack, which is still out, and it's an intense hydrator treatment for dry, damaged hair. So I have always had long hair my whole life. I know I've said that before in videos, but I've always used deep conditioners because with long hair comes dry ends, and you don't want to trim it too often because you lose your length. And if you've got long hair, you know what I'm talking about. This deep conditioner is amazing. I've used it for years on and off, and I always end up going back to it. It is so awesome. So if you're looking for a new deep conditioner, I really, really suggest this. And then they also sent me their new, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me, the Joico Color Endure, and it's their new shampoo and conditioner. I keep saying new. I don't know if it's new. To me it is. But it's sulfate free. So I'm not sure if you guys have jumped on the whole sulfate-free bandwagon, but I've now used several brands of sulfate-free shampoos and conditioners. And the reason that I love them is because I have personally color-treated hair. Of course, I mean, like you didn't know that. But the sulfate actually is a form of detergent, and what it does is the chemical in it actually breaks down and strips your hair color. So, you know, I want to protect my color because I want to go as long as I possibly can in between color treatments because I want it to last. So by using a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner, you're actually helping your color last longer. The one thing about sulfate-free shampoo that you have to get used to, and it's at first it's almost alarming, is that the shampoo does not bubble and lather like normal shampoos do. So once you get past that and you realize, hey, it's still cleaning, it's still doing everything else that all my other shampoos do, then you realize it's not a big deal. Like, okay, no huge mess of bubbles. Oh well, you know, and it does just the same thing. So if the more bubbles you have, I almost feel like that must mean that there's a lot of sulfate in there, because this does not bubble and lather at all compared to other shampoos and conditioners. Last but not least, I want to talk about my Sigma brushes for a second. My my last haul, my MAC haul, I think it was, or was it Ulta haul? I did a Sigma brush little thing in there that I ordered my first set of Sigma brushes, and I've had so many of you guys request my reviews on them. I haven't yet used every single one of the brushes, but I am going to talk about the brushes that I have used. First one I've used is the Sigma Airbrush Blender. These are all concealer brushes, by the way. I bought the concealer pack. It's the Sigma Airbrush Blender F63. It looks like this, and I really like this guy. It gives me the same finish when I'm blending my concealer with this brush as if I was using my beauty blender. I feel like it's super similar. I get that same effect, that same very crisp, clean, blended, like no sinking in my, because sometimes, you know, like when you have a thick concealer, it kind of sinks into your lines right here and makes you look like an old sea hag, and this helps you from doing that. So I really like that brush. Another one that I've used is the Detail Concealer, which is the F71 brush. It's got kind of a thin, like flimsy brush, and I think it's because the hairs are so long, and when I first used it I thought, oh, I'm not gonna like that. Like, it feels like it's too flimsy, it's too bendy, I'm not gonna get the look that I want. But then I looked at the name, it's called Detail for a reason. So when I'm blending around my nose with this guy, or like I'm really getting in there and doing like a detailed spot, how about my big zit right here, you know, it really gives a good finish. So I'm also happy with this one. And then the last one is the Angled Buff Concealer, which is the F66. I actually used this one for the first time today, and it's really for buffing out your concealer and getting a good smooth finish. I personally used it to buff out around this big zit I had and also around my nose a little bit, and I really liked it. So far, the Sigma brushes are an A+ in my book. I mean, they're just as good as the MAC that I've seen so far. So, and I feel like the prices are pretty comparable to MAC. They may be a little bit less, but I really like what they do so far. So that was my February favorites, and I cannot forget my favorite show of February, Star-Crossed. Duh. I really hope you guys are all watching it and loving it. So Monday night is episode 3, and I hope you guys will watch it with me because it's gonna be good. So if you guys have any requests for tutorials, reviews, anything like that, make sure you leave it for me in the comment section below, or comment on my blog. I've noticed that a lot of you guys watching me on YouTube, I don't think you know that I have a blog, so make sure that you visit me there, because I make things so easy for you. I link every single thing that I talk about in my videos and what I'm wearing in my videos, so that it's all in one place and you guys don't have to go searching for it or ask or anything, because it's all right there. AngelaLanter.com. So easy. So make sure you visit me there. Plus, I post other posts that aren't necessarily video related, you know, like fashion pictures, stuff like that, recipes, DIYs, you know, anything lifestyle. So make sure you visit my blog. And if you guys, like I said, have any requests, make sure you leave them for me. Thanks so much, guys. Au revoir.